in, welcome in.
How's it going?
It is the build stream with your hosts, Kelsey and Juan. Here for another build-tastic day. We got 3 builds coming at you. 3. Yeah. We're starting today off with Nick G from Colorado.
Calling in.
Calling in. It does kind of give that effect.
Yeah, the radio show. Like...
You're on the air. Yo, what's up? What's up, Cactus King? How you doing?
Yo.
Man, I don't know, but it's been hot recently. We have like a little heat wave kind of going on for this time of year. But yesterday when I got home, it was like that perfect sunset-y kind of time. The weather was lovely. I was outside just feeling so at peace. What's up, Yee Leo 15? How you doing?
Yo.
You are in fact first.
Oh, are you in the chat? Welcome in. This is your build.
Yeah, like this last couple weeks have been starting a little earlier, so hopefully it's still working for you guys. A lovely STRIX motherboard. I'm so happy that white PCB is like more common now in motherboards. I swear, like, could you think of anything from like the X570 era that was like white PCB?
That's tough. Or expensive.
Yeah. Where I live, it recently had an extremely windy night and thunder, and it even rained very hard later. Dang. I hate when the wind is super loud, like to the point where like you can't sleep. It's so loud. Oof. Nick G here. Hey, welcome in.
Welcome.
This is your PC. It's small right now, but it gets bigger. How did the gardening go? Oh, I'm actually like on cloud 9. So, nothing bolted, luckily, in the heat other than the arugula that already did. So, I still have some very good looking leafy greens. I think I at least got a couple more weeks with them before it gets too hot. And my zucchini is about to pop off. My tomatoes have flowered. My cucumber, I think, is also starting to grow, and my eggplant. And yeah, everything's looking good. I even think the cherry tree is coming back to life. Like, we're rolling. Spring is here.
Feels like we skipped straight to summer.
Summer is here. Is that famous Ashton Hall bottle behind you? It is, in fact, yes. Farming Simulator 25, ready yet? Not yet, soon. Soon, I'm sure. How you doing, Robert?
Yo.
By the way, what sizes are your guys' Skytech AIO tubes? I'm thinking of getting an AIO clip and comb. Oh, that's a good question. I think it kind of varies.
Yeah.
Depending on like what brand we're actually using. Because some of our ones that are like Skytech branded are actually like through another company. And sometimes it changes.
I can somewhat answer this because I did it recently.
He's got the knowledge.
Kinda.
He's kinda got the knowledge. They updated Farming Simulator 25? Ooh. Well, we'll see. Let me some grilled zucchini. Ooh, that's awesome. Zucchini is like actually one of my favorite vegetables. It's so underrated, but like if you cook it right, it's incredible. Another build stream. It must be Friday. It is. Welcome in. What's up, Killer? How you doing? Got Farming Simulator 22 converted to Farming Simulator 25 mod now. Oh, nice. And you guys into anime? Not really, as of like recently. I used to be, circa like 15 years ago. That's really dating myself. But I haven't really watched any of like the newer stuff. I also learned back when I was a fan of Bleach that I will never watch an anime that has like over about 25 episodes. Like, I'll maybe give you 30 if it's after that. But I was 200 and some odd episodes into Bleach before I was like, this is never gonna end. I had to free myself. 15 years ago, I wasn't a teen. That being said, I'm always open to new suggestions of good stuff. There's always like ones that show up that I think I'm like, oh, this will probably be good, and then it just like doesn't like grab me. Like Ancient Magus's Bride, I was like, okay, aesthetically this is like really pretty and I like this, and then I was just like snoozed in the first episode. What about Pokemon? Oh, I love Pokemon. Yeah. I haven't watched the new Pokemon anime, but I actually was going to. I have a very big nostalgia soft spot for Pokemon. So yeah, I heard that they started that new anime, and I was actually really interested in that. I might hit that up. How do I apply at Skytech to come work? No, I don't think we're hiring right now. But usually, I don't know, Indeed. I don't plan to. Ash carried the show. See, I just have like a different viewpoint, because I feel like Ash was my least favorite thing about the Pokemon anime. Because like, he's not a very good trainer. Like, yes, he's accomplished a lot, but like, why do you let go of all your Pokemon every time you go to like a whole new continent? That's stupid. You're never gonna be the best with that. If you could have a dream team of 6 Pokemon, what would it be? I would have a Fearow. That's probably what I started with. Death Note was the only one that actually caught my attention. I mean, that's a classic. There are some, like, that are really good. Fruits Basket, for me, is, like, the one that I recommend. Because I feel like it's one of... In terms of anime, it has, like, the most plot going on. As far as, like, oh, they really fleshed this out, actually. They thought about this. Pokemon has, like, 50 seasons now, though. LOL, yeah. Random clapping! Let's hear it for Pokemon. You know, it probably has to do with Nintendo not allowing the best trainers to be in the show as main cast. Probably, yeah. True, I wish. He kept Charizard and Ash Greninja at least. Yeah. Also, like, he literally had a shiny Noctowl at one point. Like, where is that? Like, homie, did you let that go? Like, did you fumble a shiny? Did Ash die? I don't know, Killer Pie. Did Ash die? No, I don't think so. He probably just retired. He's gotta be like 15 now, you know? Like, he's getting old. Is Juan a Minecraft?
I am a fan, sure, of Minecraft.
I think he's asking, did you see the movie?
Oh, did I see it?
Did anybody see it? I'm curious what you thought.
I haven't seen it, but the streets are saying it's camp, so maybe I'll check it out when it hits the streaming. I've heard the theaters are getting kind of rowdy with it.
Oh my gosh! Master Gilly, thank you so much for the subscriptions!
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Want to tell the people your fandom. My fandom? What is your fandom?
I don't think I have one. I think I just casually like things. Sometimes.
I think Jack Black has gotten a lot more annoying over the years. I mean, he definitely has like a brand of humor, and you know, he plays those notes and we eat it up. And I think whenever somebody kind of does that, it can become a little, like, stale. I still think he's pretty funny, but I could see how it could be like, okay, it's the voice, you know? I'm like, how he accents things, you know. My dream team would be Rillaboom, Greninja, Dragonite, Lycanroc, Lucario, and Gengar. Oh, not bad. I don't know, I always fancied myself, when me and my friends would make our teams on the game, we would always do a gym leader team, so you had to pick a type, and mine was always flying types. So a Gyarados, because it technically counts. Are you guys excited for Spider-Man 4? Is there already details about it? I'm so out of the loop on Marvel recently. Jeez. I'll probably watch it, but yeah. I'm also like in the minority though, because I've never been like the biggest fan of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. That being said, like I think the movies are pretty good. I think like he does a good job and all that, but it just seems a little bit less comic book faithful. I don't know. I liked Andrew Garfield. He hates Mondays. I'm waiting for Jack Black to do some drama like Jim Carrey and Robin Williams. The closest we got to that for Jack Black, I'm not even gonna lie, is The Holiday. And it wasn't a drama, but he like kind of had to act fairly serious because it's like a romance movie. And I love pointing to that movie because I was like, okay, it's two romances, right? Two separate ones. And like the other guy, I don't know actors. The other guy's more conventionally attractive, but you talk to most women and they'll be like, Jack Black in that movie, because he's such a sweetheart in it. Yeah. I love The Holiday. Dang. You know what though? I love a good romance movie. What, Spider-Man 4? Yeah, I mean, eventually there's gonna be Spider-Man 4. There's gotta be. Andrew Garfield, most accurate Spider-Man. Thank you. I agree. I got a physics test tomorrow with no prep. Oh, dang. I don't know. I don't want to say, like, do this, because then it's like a humble brag to just be like, yeah, I did really well on that test, and I just walked right in. I'm excited to see how they handle it after everyone forgot who he is. Yeah. Jack Black was great in School of Rock. One of my favorite movies. Done by my fiance's favorite director, so there's that. But School of Rock is such a good movie. Mainly because, like, who doesn't love an inspiring story about, like, I inspired children. What a great thing. And in doing so, I actually found, like, a sense of purpose and joy and direction in my life. Like, lovely. And also, what a great homage to so many, like, really great rock acts in time. Because, like, they really pay tribute to a lot in that.
Who's the director?
Richard Linklater.
He sounds from. What else has he done?
Dazed and Confused.
Heard of it?
Boyhood.
What else?
Why am I blanking? Some other stuff that's kind of obscure. A Waking Life, A Scanner Darkly, Suburbia, not Suburb. Yeah. What did you do, dude? Let's see. Rooba-dooba-dooba. Oh, the Before series?
I've never seen that.
Okay, so it's this movie. It stars Ethan Hawke, and he's basically like in Europe, and he meets this girl on the train, and they start talking. Richard Linklater does a really good job of like conversations. You know what I mean? Like his dialogue is really good, and it's very human. So like a lot of movies, it's not necessarily like a ton happens, but you have these really great conversations in it. But basically, it's like they have only X amount of time before he's got to go and like catch a plane or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So they spend this like time basically falling in love, and then he leaves, and then he does a sequel years later, where they meet again, and it's a trilogy. It's like a whole thing, yeah. It's pretty good. I like a good romance. What can I say? Yeah, Slackers is another one. Yeah, and Hitman. Who's your favorite director?
I don't know if I have a favorite, but over the years I've become really fond of Mr. Denis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve. Okay.
You know that is. It's spelled not that.
What did he do?
Dune. Part 1 and 2.
Okay.
Arrival. Damn, now I'm blanking. I don't know. He has hits though.
Hmm. Does it support all the bells and whistles for PS5 Pro? Which is what? The computer? Kind of. Annihilation. Huh.
Annihilation? Oh, I forgot. Oh, that's a banger.
Dang, he really loves Dune. Oh, that's funny. Best director people always forget, Hayao Miyazaki. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, because I guess you don't really consider that when it's like animated films, but like, yes, there's a director, and we actually even know the name of it because we always just say those are Miyazaki films. It's like, duh. Yeah, genuinely great director. Mm-hmm.
I heard he's kind of mean.
I think he's depressed.
Oh.
I love the memes where it's like, Hayao Miyazaki, like everything in his world is beautiful, but he's like so like depressed and like dark. And then like Junji Ito, where like his world is depressing and dark, but he's like the happiest guy. It's like so funny.
Their work.
Yeah. It's that meme of like the two guys on the train and like one's like against the wall and the other one's sitting, but it's like it's Hayao Miyazaki, like everything beautiful, but he's upset, and then Junji Ito looking at like, you know, horrible crap and just like smiling instead.
Yeah.
He's like 90, dang. Still kicking. Oh no, Miyazaki sees the world as very beautiful, but human industrialization is destroying it. Dang. Man, if that ain't real. Oof. Yeah, because that really is like a through line in like all of his movies. I ain't real for that. It's probably why I feel so healed when I go out into nature. Out there, no one can hear you tweet. Or whatever they call it now. What do the kids call it?
I think it was just rename posts.
And he really loves planes. Hayao Miyazaki. It's like a common thing in all his movies. His dad owned an airplane parts factory in World War II. Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, I was like, it's either he either had to have grown up around them or worked with them, or like just had a huge like special interest in it, like, because you can even just tell in the films he knows a lot, yeah, about it. Judd Apatow and Cameron Crowe are some of my favorites. Oh my god. You know, it's funny though, when you say Cameron Crowe, I immediately jump to Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and then I remember that he didn't actually direct that. That was, I think he wrote that. Are you waiting for me to talk so you can crinkle? Let's see what Cameron Crowe. pretty sure he does it. Yeah, Say Anything, actually. I love Say Anything.
Oh, with the boombox?
Yes. What a sweet love story. Like, I don't know. Just the idea, too, where there's like, okay, what do you want to do with your life? Like, you know, like, her father, and he's just like, well, I really want to love your daughter, like, basically forever. And, like, that's his answer. It's like, you know, instead of, like, career, is just like, well, my plan is... like,
professional wife.
Yeah. But it was cute. I remember seeing an interview with Cameron Crowe talking about how he was like, it's a romance movie for guys, basically, like, from that kind of, like, perspective. And yeah, I love that film. I had a friend, though, who hated it, because he's like, nothing happens in it. And I was like, did you ever think that maybe human connection is something happening?
You remember the term chick flick?
I do. Oh my gosh, Rotten Tomatoes, die. Okay, there we go. Oh, and yeah, Judd Apatow with all the comedy movies, yeah. Oh my gosh, she did Heavyweights. Why is that movie actually funnier now that I'm not even a kid? Like, underrated classic. What's up, Seneca? How you doing?
What's it about?
Heavyweights? You ever seen Heavyweights?
No.
Well, it's like a kid's movie, but it's Ben Stiller. Okay, so basically it's like this kid who's getting sent to what's basically like, you know, a fat camp. And he's like totally bummed. He's like, what do you mean I'm gonna spend the whole like weekend like, you know, eating not weekend, the whole summer eating celery and like working out. But he goes to the camp, right, and he gets like picked on the bus, and he finds out that it's actually like a really awesome camp. Like, they're like, no, we have fun. We hide candy in, like, the bunks, like, we basically just have a great time, and, like, the people who run it, it's awesome. But when he gets to the camp, and, like, all the kids are hyped, and, like, the camp counselor or whatever is, like, totally hyped, they find out that the family that owns it is selling it, and they've sold it to Ben Stiller's character, who is this, like, villain, who's like, yeah, we're gonna make this, like, this whole, you know, super program, and once this succeeds, I'll sell it further, and, like, it'll expand, and it just, like, dampers the whole summer. So, it's very good.
Is that like his character in Dodgeball?
Sort of. What's up, Soul Sniper? How you doing?
Yo.
Yo, what's up, JB Plays? How you been?
How's it going?
Oh, my PC won't post after GPU BIOS flash. The GPU fans just turn on and off, but PC won't display. I missed Killer. Yeah, he was just here. I don't know, maybe he's still lurking. Okay. Good, how about you? We're good, we're good. We're having a good time. It's a pretty happy Friday. Okay, let's see. Turn on and off, but the PC won't display. Okay, if it's not displaying, that probably means that it didn't... Okay, well, obviously it didn't post. So what you did was a GPU V BIOS flash. Did you flash the GPU or did you flash, like, just your BIOS? There's always the chance that if you did a BIOS update, something went wrong in the middle of it, like if it lost power, could have bricked it, but usually even then it'll have a recovery mode it goes into. What I would try is, if you know where the CMOS battery is, it's like a little circle guy. If you can pop that out, turn the PC off in the back, and then hit the power button a lot to discharge it. Give it one of those good ones for a while. Pop the CMOS battery back in, and turn it on, see if that cleared anything. It's kind of like a Hail Mary. I know how to drive finally. Nice!
Yay.
Driving is a great joy. Like, Like, especially when you first start doing it. It was crazy to me just to be like, I can go anywhere. And I would just go to school. But, like, you know, in theory, I could go anywhere. Woo, he caught it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Good. Right now, I'm in the car going to the airport to go to Florida. Oh, nice. Flight leaves at 5 a.m. Getting a little break from the chilly spring up in the East Coast. Flight leaves at 5 a.m. Woo! Guess I just uploaded. I just got notice. Oh. I love planes, so I got a room that overlooks the airport. Nice. I wish I liked planes, because then it might make going on them less uncomfortable. That's cool. What you gonna be doing in Florida? I'm assuming beach. Almost Famous is about Cameron's younger life. It is crazy. Judd used his wife and kids in the Knocked Up movies. There's actually a lot of directors who do that. Richard Linklater also has his daughter show up in a lot of his movies. This Sunday is Palm Sunday. There's a donkey hike every Palm Sunday here. What is a donkey hike? It almost sounds like something like for something that is very much not about donkeys. You know what I mean? Like, interesting. I don't know enough about Palm Sunday to put the two together.
I know. I've never heard.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
I can tell you. I've never heard of that either.
Do you get to go with the donkeys? Ride on the donkeys? Do we eat the burro? You ride donkeys into the mountains, get stuck up there, it's a blizzard, and gotta eat them like... Oh my god. Yeah, you can't really bring up, like, people getting stuck in a blizzard and eating things to Californians. Our brain goes immediately to our most famous example.
Wait, what example?
The Donner Party, bruh.
I've never heard of that.
What?
What's that?
You pull my leg.
No, what is it?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Donner Party was basically, well, they were going through Donner Pass. Although now I'm wondering, were they the last name Donner renamed Donner Pass after them? Because that's kind of messed up for what happened. Anyways, settlers, you know, whatever, coming through the pass, a ton of snow fell down. I can't remember if it was that, it was a very early snow, like, or it was late, but something where it was not supposed to. In the Sierras, dude! Anyways, they got snowed in, and they... Cannibalism.
Oh.
I was like, how do I say this?
They ate each other.
Yes. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta think about it. Every time you go through Donner Pass now, you're just like, ooh.
What? Where is it?
In the Sierras.
Where is
Let
that?
me pull up a map. Okay. So there's a lake up. I need it more zoomed out. We need a bigger map. Okay, hold on. We'll just go to Googs here. Okay. Alright. See, this is Tahoe. And this is the pass.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's up by Tahoe. Kind of close to Truckee. Yeah.
Stockton? Dude, we're so far from... I don't know if I'll ever be in that area.
Yeah. I mean, you'd mostly be in that area if you're going to Tahoe. Don't you go to Mammoth? Don't you... I almost said ski. Don't you snowboard?
Yeah, but I've never been... I've wanted to go to Mammoth, but it's a commitment.
That's fair. Well, if you ever do, stop at Bishop at the bakery.
Ooh, okay.
Seneca, I have heard of the Donner Party, and I'm from Germany. Exactly. It's one of our most famous stories. Have you heard of the plane crash up in the Andes? No. Question is, did they just eat the ones that died from the cold, or they killed each other for food? We'll never know. Okay, when you go cannibal, who's the unlucky one who has to eat them? Do you just, like, I don't know.
None of them
do the hot
survived?
dog method where you just are like, okay, everything undesirable goes into a grinder for a bit. Basically, Palm Sunday is associated with donkeys because Jesus rode in Jerusalem on a donkey on Palm Sunday. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay. There's this place over in, where we live, pretty close to here, where there's just a bunch of burros, like a bunch of donkeys. And they're just like out. And I was driving between two cities that I usually don't have to go between, so it was kind of a random road that connected them. And I kid you not, it was just like, okay, turn here, donkeys. Donkeys in the road, donkeys along the road, a house with a donkey statue, so I was like, okay, this is normal, clearly. And then just donkeys everywhere. And I was so caught off guard. They're trying to get rid of them now, though. Did you know that?
Why?
There's too many donkeys on the road, I guess. I don't know. But, like, I can't even tell you, like, the last thing I had expected when I was like, yeah, I gotta go between these two cities I don't normally... What, the donkey? Like... No lake around to fish. There was Tahoe, but I guess it was a while back. Yeah, at the area there where there was no water. Unless you like held the snow long enough, but I mean.
Okay, but so they all still died, anyways.
I don't know.
Did
I'll look up the wiki. Yeah, I'm going on a zipline over alligators. Ooh, very cool. I'm also fishing on a pier. My friend is also leaving at the airport, but not same destination. We're at the same terminal, so I might see him. Oh, that's always fun. Yeah. Ziplining over alligators, are you going to the Everglades? Or like something kind of similar? Oh, gotta go? Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, JB. You can fill us all in on it later. Have a good trip. Hello, Miguel. How are you?
Hello, hello.
Almost at airport. We'll have a safe flight. It's 3 miles. The donkey is very old. Oh.
No.
Only 2 donkeys left. That's kind of crazy. Good. When is Easter? April 20th? No way. Okay. They're literally having Coachella on Easter?
Oh. Damn. Okay.
Huh. I'm gonna check and see if there's any news on that pizza.
I've been checking like every 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Darn it.
Nah, you're good. I don't think he's in yet. I might just throw the cart there handy. Cause I already got pizza on the brain.
You already got pizza on the brain. Super excited for my PC to build today. It's my first ever PC, and I hope everything works out. Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Nice.
We do a pretty good job of testing it afterwards too, just to make sure that like, especially every component that we've given you works well. But yeah. Right now we're working on Nick G's build. We got B-Dog's and Networks build, and your networks obviously, but. But yeah. A very fine build stream. What do you guys run to test? So, basically MSI Combustor for the GPU, Prime 95 for the CPU, hardware monitor, usually to just kind of monitor all of that stuff. This emoji is killing me.
Yep.
And then we run a bunch of other like diagnostic stuff just to make sure that everything's cool. Yeah. Well, nothing stresses the CPU like Prime 95, and it's also really good for stressing the memory. Like, if you put it on blend, not only are you testing your CPU, but you're also making sure that that RAM is solid. Solid. Yeah. Was with the wonky Windows update lately that killed a bunch of PCs. I don't know. It's not too uncommon. I've had a Windows update or two, like, totally wreck my PC, and you just roll it back, and it's totally fine, but it's not uncommon for Windows to push something that makes things pretty bad. In fact, one of my test benches was, like, not happy with the new update. Tell Fabian to bring in some laptops to show off on stream. We totally could. I've got them around here somewhere. The Noir in particular is very nice. Man, I've got so much new stuff to test. I'm testing a lot of new AIOs.
Ooh.
They do some interesting things.
Like?
Yeah, you know, little screens. Or I'm working on one currently that has like what I would call RGB flan.
What does that mean?
Just the way it looks reminds me of flan with RGB.
Flan. Okay.
Mm-hmm. A little flan for one.
I do like flan.
Okay, so I ordered this patio furniture because apparently patio furniture cannot be found in stores. Stupid me. So I had to order it. So I ordered a piece of patio furniture. It arrived yesterday. And I, for some reason, was like, this can be done in like an hour probably, right? So that was my mistake. So my fiance's building it out in the yard because it's big. So I was like, well, you gotta build it out there so that you can move it to where it's gonna go in the yard. But our patio isn't that big. So we're building half on the patio, half on the grass. And by we, I mean I'm inside cooking. It was 9:30 at night before we were just like, yeah, we need to, it's not happening tonight.
So it didn't get finished?
And 3 bolts fell into the grass to disappear forever, seemingly. I had to take a flashlight and go like this, comb the whole grass until I found like a little shining glimmer. I found 2 of them. Couldn't find the 3rd one. It was like an entire night of just really stupid decisions. Do you have power tools? Magnets? Yeah, magnets would work. And yeah, the main thing that was stopping us was that, you know how they include like a tiny little wrench for you? I should just own a wrench. Because that tiny wrench takes forever and is stupid.
Oh, the Allen wrench?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the main thing, is everything, you know. And also the fact that nothing like perfectly lined up, so you have to like, you know, muscle it in. It's a whole thing. And no alcohol was involved? No, just pure incompetence. Oh, thank you, Made in Taiwan. Thank you. There's a store like Sam's Club called BJ's Wholesale near me. They always have patio furniture for sale. Yeah, like every once in a while I'll go to a place where it's like they have like one or two like pieces or like a set maybe. But like I just need to go to a place where there's a lot of options. I need variety. But yeah, that was a Saturday task, and I did not know that. If you have a saw, you can cut the Allen key and put the shaft on the power drill.
Do you have a saw?
I don't have a saw. Those patio furniture things are built to be assembled by people who are used to building furniture. Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, my fiance has built all of our furniture. Because the second I sit down with some instructions, my brain's like, nah, we're not doing this. I have a whole set from Harbor Freight of drill bits from Phillips. It's flat to everything. Nice. Yeah, I need to invest in some tools. When people are going to have spring sales, good time to stock up on power tool bundles. I definitely should. I have like a little bit of a drill. But I should probably actually get different drill heads for it. It has like one drill bit. The one drill bit I needed at the moment that I bought it.
Oh.
But I should actually just get like a set. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Why would she have a saw if she doesn't have a standalone Allen key? Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. I have a lot of very random tools. I got a pickaxe. It's my favorite. And I have like a manual saw, but not like an electric one.
The Tom and Jerry ass, like.
Yeah. The bad tools are there because people don't own tools. Exactly, yeah. Guilty. More things need to be assembled with a pickaxe, clearly. I've never needed a tool and not had it. Yeah, I aspire to be there one day. I'm a small-time DIY homeowner. I don't need $700 Milwaukee set to use once in 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, hit that Harbor Freight.
Yeah, I gotta keep it cheap. I've worked in construction. If we didn't have it, we just went and got it. It's the Fortnite tool of choice, right? Exactly. My dad likes buying tools, and I can actually use tools. That's lucky. My dad is incredibly frugal, and he's still using tools from like the 80s that need to be retired.
Yeah, at least they lasted this long.
Ryobi is fine. I think that's what I bought. I think I bought a Ryobi drill. Got a full Ryobi cordless set. My wife got on sale cheap at Home Depot. Nice. I have been getting some like hand-me-down dad tools, but it's for things I do not need. So like he gave me this whole like plug-in electronic hedge, and I was like, cool. There's my hedge, and it's the most like twigged, tiny little blueberries, like very spaced apart because they haven't grown yet. But thank you, Dad. I will try and find a place to put this in my shrinking space garage for when it will be needed in 10 years. Yo, what's up, Chilicon Juan? How you doing?
Oh, welcome in.
How are my two favorite builders doing? Yes, Kelsey, you're a builder in my... Thank you. You never see it, but there's building that happens. But also working with tools for so long and picking out certain tools for certain jobs. That makes sense. My grandpa recently got rid of his paints that were banned sometime in the 80s.
Jeez.
I'm pretty lucky in that some of the stuff that my dad did pass down are his old Stanley, like, hammer, etc. And, like, my grandparents worked for the Stanley warehouse manufacturing out on the East Coast. That was, like, what they did. They worked there for decades. So, those tools were hand-me-downs from his father. Like, OG original Stanley tools that were, like, quality. And, like, that's the stuff I'm super grateful for. Because, like, that hammer's never gonna retire.
They don't make them like they used to.
They don't make them like they used to. Yeah, my grandma had a, for, like, retirement, however many years they do, she had, like, a gold-plated measuring tape.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was actually incredibly sweet. Just for, like, you know, a warehouse worker.
Dang, back when you could retire.
Yeah, and they did. Old tools are way too heavy. It is very heavy, I will not lie.
Alright, folks. This build is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Alrighty. Man, with the brushed aluminum, any like white component looks so good in that. Especially with the RGB. Alright, well this PC is done. It is going to go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers it needs out of the box, it's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, you're good to go. We are also going to stress test this, make sure these components work and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, and thank you for ordering with us.
Thank you, thank you.
Lovely, lovely PC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Woohoo. Yeah, I think you're gonna have a real good time with that, Nick. Absolute beast. Beast. Alright. What is next?
Network?
Let's do networks, yeah. See if I have this. If I can make this a little cleaner. Yes. Alrighty, alrighty.
Alright.
Yeah. Always feel free to come back and let us know how to treat you once it's arrived.
Yeah.
We always love hearing that. My dad only buys very good German tools. Nice. I don't know. My dad now likes to buy the Amazon basic choice for everything. So I'm just like, oh, okay. I spent $600 on a right angle drill when I was doing electrical. Dang. Okay, but a right angle drill comes in so handy. Handy. My hammer costs like $45. That was only used for roofs. You use the angle drill once a month and it'll still be worth $600. True story. When I bought the Linus Tech Tip screwdriver, my dad got mad at me because there has to be a better, cheaper German tool. He was like, buy local. To be fair, we have about 200 square foot of tool storage and other stuff to make stuff. Fair for that. Emma Frost drops today. Are you playing her tonight? Maybe not tonight, but probably this weekend. Because Coachella's happening and the traffic goes right through where I live, so I'm going to be inside. I will be trapped in my house. Big and bulky. It wasn't one like consumer, it was for construction. It can shatter your wrist if you do not pay attention. Dang. Super excited for my... Oh, sorry. I already read that. Wait. I got a question. In the description for the PSU, it says Seasonic Core V2 GX 850 watt gold. But in the invoice, I ordered the Seasonic Vertex 1200 watt GX 1200 gold. Is that typo on your part?
Because this is what you ordered.
Yeah. Yeah, probably just a typo on the paper. But we got the 1200 watt right here for you. Let me change that.
Damn, I can't even blame Henry.
It was on the paper.
The paper's right, yeah.
Nice.
So,
My drill bit for that drill was around 120. Ooh, can literally cut through a nail like it was butter. Dang. Whew. Just making sure. Yeah, no worries. Always a good thing to double check.
Alright, if no response after this build, I'll whip out
He'll make the sacrifice.
Yeah. The great sacrifice.
If anything, it's probably my turn too.
That's all good.
No. Greetings, Earthlings. I come in peace, please.
Hello, hello.
Okay, welcome in, Cappy.
Hey, yo, Andrew. Would you be so kind as to serve as a PA later? As a pizza assistant? Yeah?
That's a pizza assistant.
It's happening, bro. Regardless of who fronts it, it's already in my head, and there's only one thing that can be done.
He who denies it supplies it. Am I right?
He's not. Bro, I've been looking at my phone like every 10 minutes, like, is he gonna reply?
He's probably gonna get it like 2.
But if he doesn't come in, I'll
Okay. Or out.
well, I mean, you can pick it up. Where's it at again?
It's by Lowe's.
Where's Lowe's?
So
By.
Roll Avenue?
I was gonna be like, buy pizza.
Buy pizza? That's where we're.
It's not too
It's
far.
like down to 15.
By the
or what?
Panda?
By the. Man, I've never
It's
been.
not on Archibald. It's like
On Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. That's not that far.
Yeah, it's not far.
He's got a tool for filling in potholes. Huh.
Oh, there's a tool for that?
Yeah.
That being said, they also deliver.
They do?
They do. Pizza packs, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do deliver.
Yeah.
I just finished building my PC. My security state is off. How do I turn it on? There should be a setting in your BIOS. So when you
I can go get it.
Yeah. For sure. I like how I just signed them
Yeah,
up.
what pizza do you want?
So how to get into
We'll
the
see.
Hawaiian?
Well, yeah, that'll be one of them for sure. Maybe some wings.
To get into the BIOS, what you're gonna do is.
How much do you want?
What do you mean?
Yo, I'm trying to troubleshoot. To get into your BIOS, what you're gonna do is restart your computer, and then like when you hit restart and all that, spam that delete key. Trust me on this, you can't beat it. Spam that delete key. That's gonna get you into the BIOS. Cause on boot, it does this little moment where it allows you to do that. The delete key will get you into the BIOS, and then you're gonna be looking at. It's usually gonna be under a menu for boot or security. You're gonna look for secure boot. And see if you can enable that. It said it was enabled. Oh, but for some reason something's not happening in there. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I have seen that before. I'm trying to think what the fix is for it. Is TPM enabled in the BIOS? Yeah, okay, let me think. Yeah, BIOS update might help, but then you'll have to do your settings in the BIOS again. Yeah, there's a very specific problem with that. There's a couple different things that it could be. A couple different settings that you might want to play around with. You can also try going into your BIOS, reverting to defaults, and then setting everything again. Sometimes that helps, but yeah, it can be tough. Get the man some pizza, for real.
Don't worry, it's gonna happen.
What do y'all have for pizza in your area? I mean, we got the classics. We got Domino's, we got Pizza Hut. But there's a more local one that we're a pretty big fan of called Pizza Pirates. And they do some quality pies. It's a bit more expensive, obviously. But yeah, what's up, Fabian? How you doing?
Yo, what up, Fabian?
Gail, how are you? That's happy Friday. Received some
Happy
HyperX
Friday.
double shot pudding keycaps yesterday. Ooh, nice.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Things are so pretty and they feel amazing to the touch. That's a big
Double
point.
shot is high quality.
Mm-hmm, yeah. reminded me that I need to get some new keycaps.
Hell
Eventually.
yeah. Eventually?
Like, there's so many other things I gotta, like, money for before I'm like, let me get into my, like, really cool, you know, keyboard.
Yeah. Everyone needs one though.
Yeah, eventually I gotta get some cool ones. Something with plants, maybe? Gigabyte Gaming XAXV2. I'm actually not super familiar with Gigabyte's BIOS menu because I don't work in a lot of Gigabyte boards. The amount of settings in the VGA app for the mouse are amazing. Nice. Yeah, VGA, like, they were a real one. I still have some of their GPUs and power supplies that I use in the lab. But, yeah. And we use their keyboards for almost everything for a long time. I bought it at Micro Center, and they had already updated the BIOS to what's compatible with my CPU from stock. Okay, so BIOS is probably updated then. There's probably some other setting in there. Make friends with plant people. Get free propagation and veggies forever. That's what I'm saying. Gonna try and start a gardening club in my neighborhood.
Oh.
Because, you know, why not just add another thing?
Have you met your neighbors yet?
Huh?
Have you met your neighbors yet?
Yeah, I met them.
Met them or just seen them on the street?
I've said hi once
they
or
know your
twice.
name?
Yeah. I'm shy. I know my neighbor across the way probably the best, but the neighbor to the side of me I've like met once or twice, and then like sometimes I see him in his yard, and that's about it. Not a bad way to be, you know what I mean? Like keeping to yourself also makes for good neighbors. Pad setting that is incredible for having the mouse respond in your movement area. Ooh, nice. Yeah, these are pretty sweet mice, I'm not gonna lie. It's the X17. I love how it properly has your hand when using it. Yeah, no, it's very ergonomical. And we love that in a mouse. Okay, so here's my dinner lineup for the weekend, right?
What's lit?
So tonight I'm making my little rice bowl, beef and broccoli on some rice. Very delicious. One of my favorite meals. Saturday is barbecue time because I'm home, so I can barbecue. So I'm gonna make burgers.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna dress it with the greens freshly picked from my garden, as one does.
Nice. What's for Sunday?
I don't know.
You haven't thought that far. You said weekend.
Yeah.
Grilling though.
Probably
That's
some
fun.
wings.
Hell yeah. Oh, wings on Sunday?
Mhm.
Things on a Sunday?
Yeah.
I'm assuming nothing too spicy?
Probably not, because yeah, that'd be a bad idea. I want that fancy Logitech super light mouse, but I don't know about spending over $100 on a gaming mouse. LOL. Yeah, everyone's got their limits. I think my mouse at home is like a Razer. It was like the Razer Mini, and I spent $40 on that, and I was like, whew. Which is like pretty cheap in the realm of mice. Crap, they make a wireless one. I know what I'm gonna buy. A few. I also love how high the polling rate goes for the mouse versus my wireless Logi. Yeah. and the mouse, found it on sale, and it was completely worth it. I was hesitant to, and happened to have the extra money. Nice. Cream for buffalo sauce. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling hot Hawaiian already.
It just burrows into your brain, dude.
It does.
I'll give him this build, and then I'll take matters into my own hands.
Has any PC build given you trouble, Juan? The Z11. I'll answer for you. The Z11.
Yeah, you already knew.
ASUS had this case once, and it was an ITX case. It's very cool, but it's one of those things where you have to like remove things once you've installed them to install something. Like
very non-traditional mounting.
Yes.
But
it's like a 5-hour build, even for an experienced builder.
Very annoying.
Yeah. Dang, it looks so good though.
Yeah, it was an interesting design, but it was too weird.
Sure, I wouldn't want to troubleshoot in it. You kidding me?
Oh, I know, right, dude? Like simple things like even swapping RAM or something. Oh god.
Yeah. ITX are puzzles. I feel that. So many of them. Yeah. The compactness is cool, but you always have to like sacrifice something for it.
Like cable man.
Yeah. Favorite PC case manufacturer? Thermaltake for me has some of the coolest designs. Thermaltake does do really cool designs.
Yeah.
Sometimes though those designs have bad airflow, and that's like my big but I do like how they make some of the like flashiest designs on the market.
Like reality.
I am very partial to Fractal.
Ooh,
That's
Fractal's
probably my
good.
favorite.
Montech.
Yeah.
Good budget.
But like if I had to like commit, like let's say this was like basketball and like they were recruiting me, like this is me signing my commitment letter to Fractal. Be Quiet's also very good. Tell Samsung to stop downloading games on my phone. I have to uninstall every time they do an update.
Jeez.
I gotta say, I like Motorola because for the most part it's a pretty thin version of Android.
Yeah, they just leave it be. That's why I've never liked the Samsung phones, because there's always like 2 of everything, hella pre-installed third-party apps.
But they have the best phones, that's the thing. Where it's like, they got you there.
I need to know what you guys want and whether we can do Grazianos instead of pizza parts. I've had a couple requests.
Who's Graziano?
It's like an Italian food place down the street.
That also does really well pizza.
Oh,
So
I'm done. I'm done to try anything.
Okay, well, especially because I'm buying, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So what's your favorites? What are we getting?
Do they have a hot Hawaiian?
Probably not. That's probably a pizza parts thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you described it as a specific pizza pirates.
Yeah.
But I can find out.
Yeah.
What's your backup?
Pepperoni. Or like a meat.
Just the good old fashioned ones.
Regular Hawaiian.
You want some regular Hawaiian?
If they don't have the hot one, I guess.
I think they've got regular Hawaiian. They're not that Italian.
I know, I was like, I don't know, man. With a name like Graziano's, I could see them being like, no.
It's an insult.
They might not take my money at that point. Any requests?
Nah, I'll go with you, Frank.
Okay.
That's your request? Just send them, bro. He's a PA. Pizza assistant.
It's the PA, the pizza assistant.
I'm just kidding, Andy.
I am new to PC building. May I ask something? Go for it.
Dang, rip on the hot Hawaiian.
It's fine. Pizza is pizza.
Yeah, free? Hell yeah.
I'm sorry I put that in your brain.
No, you're good. I was just excited about the premise of pizza.
I just built my first PC and it's stuck in Infinity Boot. Ooh, that is not good. Do you mean like it's like trying to boot, like it's got the little circle going and it's loading and it just never loads? Or it's booting and then it like restarts and it boots again and then it restarts and it boots again? There's like 2 different ways it can happen, 2 different causes. Very nice.
Yeah, it's not booting very nice.
Yeah, it boots and restarts. I can access BIOS, but no further than that. Ooh. Okay. Now, when it boots and restarts, is it like loading into Windows when it does it, or does it boot and it just goes straight back to the BIOS? Like it kicks you back to the BIOS? Or is it like going to Windows and like shutting off or blue screening? Have you gotten Windows? That's a good question, yeah. Because if it keeps going back to the BIOS and it never tries to go to Windows, it either means that, yeah, either Windows isn't on it yet, and you don't have a boot media, or if you've got Windows on something already, it's not reading that drive. No, it doesn't go that far? Okay. So if it's just going into the BIOS, yeah, it either means that you don't have an OS on any of the drives in it, or the drive that you have on it is not being read by the BIOS. So in that case, check to make sure that it's like fully plugged in. Yeah, that's true. If it's a brand new drive, you're gonna need to get Windows onto that. So what you do is you go to Windows Media Creation Tool, and you make a bootable drive on a USB. It's gonna delete anything else that's on that USB, so make sure it's one that you can kind of, use. You'll put the boot media onto that, and then plug that into your computer. When it goes to try and boot, it'll read that, and it will do the install of Windows. I do have an OS on my drive, and it won't let me launch from my USB. So in the BIOS, if you change the boot order to prioritize the USB, for example, does that help or no? And the PC is nicer than mine. Good work. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's a fine PC. Very nice. I tried to get Windows 2 days ago. My flash drive didn't find my Windows. Oh, interesting. I have a media creation tool USB. It does the same when booting from USB. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it could be USB's faulty or the boot media's faulty. If you've changed the boot sequence, or the boot sequence, if you change the boot priority to be the USB, and it's still not jumping into there, yeah, I would think either the boot media on it failed or the flash drive might be failing. Also switched the RAMs. One was running 1 RAM and 3rd and 4th monitor is all black. Yeah, usually when you've got like a dual set of RAM, it depends on the motherboard, but for basically all like retail gaming motherboards, you put it in the 2 slot and the 4 slot. That's how they like to run. I'm looking at getting the Archangel 4, brand new PC buyer here. Oh, nice! Honestly, the Arch 4 is a really good place to start. Yeah, fantastic little machine. And it's nice and actually compact. It's a bit of a desk saver too. So, yeah, you really can't go wrong with it. Yeah, that works on Windows slow in the 2nd slot. It took 5 years of overclocking my i7 4770K before it died. Now running a AMD 5600 30GB RAM GTX 1070 Ti. Nice! So should test a new USB? Yeah, possibly. Either that or wipe the drive again and rewrite with the media tool. Because Vedtron's not wrong. I've run into this issue too, where like for some reason the boot media I got from Windows, it doesn't read or acts as though it was corrupted even though it's not. It's very strange. But yeah, I'd give that a try. Can't wipe the drive because I only got one PC. Oh no. Ooh. Also, just for like, you know, just to double check too, try it in other drives on, not drives, try it in other USB hubs in there, just in case that's like a bad USB port. Especially if you plug directly into the motherboard, that's always a good way, just in case your chassis USB is like not working. Otherwise, I was like, yeah, try and find school or like a buddy or something. School. Try and find a buddy who's got a PC or a laptop or something. Thanks. Yeah, no worries. Best of luck. Troubleshooting is always the worst part of building a PC. What brand of GPU do you guys prefer for the 50 series? Oof. I mean, I was like, they're all good, so I haven't really had any problems with them, but I would say probably my favorite is actually the Zotac ones. I just think they look really good.
They do look nice.
Right? I got a new work laptop. Nice. Work providing it, or like laptop with which to do work? Intel i7 11th gen and 32 gigabytes of RAM. Not bad, not bad. It's a lot of RAM actually for a laptop. Work providing it, always nice. Locked down to heck and back, yeah, makes sense. Honestly, I prefer my work stuff to be locked down. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I don't know if I'd really want to be looking up, like, you know, outside of work things on my work computer, just to have the IT eventually get it back and be like, wait, what? Then they know too much about me. Like, there's a lot of fan fiction on here. Like, nothing to see, nothing to see. Enough to get into trouble, but probably not enough to get out of trouble. Hide a text file with the script of the B movie on the laptop. That's funny, actually. I'm sure your IT department will actually think that that's hilarious. That's the kind of stuff that we're like, hey. Straight up ask the IT department how many furries there are in this department. I mean, they're probably all in that department. Got back 3 as the answer, yeah. They keep our nation's network, you know, infrastructure up and running. Can't lose any of them. They're too precious. It's funny. running the hard drive on my college laptop so I could keep a copy of the SolidWorks, getting around paying for it.
Hey.
This was before they were locking the software down properly, yeah. I was pretty lucky when I was taking some drafting classes in college once upon a time. They had a really robust like student version of AutoCAD that I basically just needed like a code from my college and then I got. And I was still able to use it I think, a couple years later, which is pretty wild. Obviously it was like, you know, that year's version. Dude, I'm so worried about Coachella traffic.
Damn.
I'm worried, I'm worried. Friday traffic and Coachella traffic.
I didn't even know it was this weekend.
Yeah, and next weekend.
Oh.
I'm mostly worried about Monday morning going to work when everyone's leaving. Yeah, I'm like, man, how early do I have to wake up? Trying to find free cam software is a nightmare nowadays. Yeah, I noticed when I was like trying to blueprint my yard, I was like, oh, you can't really find that anywhere. We need some open source CAD, for real. So I am gonna be getting a cake this weekend. What cake should I get?
Ooh, tres leches.
Not a bad suggestion.
You just want. Well, you don't like chocolate cake, huh?
Not really. Okay, I like chocolate cake, the cake, but not
The cake.
icing.
Yeah.
I tend to prefer like fruit flavors or like vanilla icing on chocolate cake.
Fruit
Yum.
flavor. Isn't there one that's like fruit inside?
Yes. It depends on the fruit, yeah.
It's like strawberry,
Mhm.
mango.
I guess in some ways also German chocolate. That's coconut.
Oh. That's pretty good.
And this is why public transport is important. The big city near me has a giant construction expo where a lot of people come and the traffic is not affected. Dang. What is that like? Instead we have a huge festival happening where people have to drive to it and also they camp out of their car. So which one is Juan, LOL?
Which? I wonder.
This one. This one. Sorry, I know you probably hate Juan jokes.
It's fine.
The Juan. You can make Kelsey jokes, but I don't really know what there are.
Yeah, I don't.
What does a Kelsey?
What does she see?
Everything. Buttercream icing reigns supreme. Okay. I'm trying to think like what my favorite kind of icing is. I'll even go for like a cream cheese icing.
Oh,
Mhm.
cream cheese.
But I don't like the one that's basically just whipped cream. I'm like, come on. Need some substance.
How about a cheesecake?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I need something breadier. You know.
Bread here. Let's get this
Ready or
bread.
not, here I come. That's usually like whenever I have like a craving for something sweet, I'm usually like, I need a sweet bread, is how I describe it. When I want a cupcake or a Twinkie or something, I crave sweet bread. And so, like, 4th of July, my city does, like, a pie contest at the big, you know, thing, whatever. And, like, I need to enter.
Yeah.
So that I can eventually win, and then, like, that can be what I'm known for, right? So, I was like...
Damn, you're really trying to come up after all these established boomers?
Yeah, for real, for real. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take the pie. So I was trying to think, like, okay, what fruits do I have in my yard? Like, what can I make? And then I was like, get this. If the cherries come in this year, right, and right in time for 4th of July, which they should.
Cherry pie?
No, dude, even better. What else do I have? Blueberries. So I was like, oh, a red and a blue pie. Like,
oh.
But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, okay, here's what you do. Cream cheese on the bottom. Layer of blueberry, layer of cherry. It's the red, white, and blue
red,
pie.
white, blue.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be cool.
Right? I don't know if it would taste good, but it'd be patriotic.
Is cherry and blueberry a good combo?
Probably not. No, different textures, I guess. But I'm telling you, this was like my mom's old hack to making a good pie, is that you do a layer of cream cheese on the bottom. Like, especially in like a strawberry pie. Whole other world.
Okay.
This is how you win the pie contest. Cream cheese on the bottom.
Do it.
I'm always worried though, like, what if the judge hates cream cheese? And like...
Maybe it's like a panel of judges.
Should be. But what if they all hate cream cheese?
Then they're biased.
Yeah, I was like, I know the odds are low, but it's never 0. If the judge hates cream cheese and the judge is wrong and the game was rigged from the start. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I feel like you can't judge any kind of, like, food contest if you have, like, a list longer than, like, 3 things of things that you're just like, no. Like, you've got to have a pretty open palate to be able to be like, yeah, I'm here to taste test things. Imagine having, like, the world's pickiest eater be, like, the pie contest. Like,
That couldn't be possible.
yeah. I can't do cilantro. See, that's a smart one. I would stay away from cilantro in most dishes.
You don't want that in pie.
Unless it was, like, a... Dude, I don't know, actually. Cilantro in, like, a meat pie?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Ooh, yeah, like, I get down for that, yeah. Or even, like, a pot pie. But regardless, I wouldn't put cilantro in anything unless it was a salsa contest. In which case, if you have the cilantro soapy gene, you probably shouldn't be judging a salsa contest. You probably wouldn't want to. But me with my cilantro yummy gene. I have the cilantro yummy gene, but I also have the drinking water after artichoke tastes sweet gene, which is weird.
How did you discover that?
I ate an artichoke and then I drank some water and was like, it's sweet and weird. Have you ever had artichoke?
No, I don't know if those are the little red ones?
No. They're like a big green thing. Looks like a dragon's egg.
No, I can't say.
Okay. Well, when they come in, I'll invite you over for some artichokes cooked.
Alright.
The way my family always do.
Oh, I've had artichoke dip.
No. Different world,
okay,
different
that's
world.
Not, yeah, I thought so.
We're eating an artichoke. You eat the leaves, well, you peel off the leaves, and then once you get to the heart, you eat
So
the heart.
you eat like a banana?
No, because you eat like a little bit off the leaf.
Oh.
Artichoke is the white people version of bamboo shoots. It absolutely is, yeah. I take it to another level because my family always ate it with mayonnaise.
Wow.
The question is, why did artichoke? Well, if I've learned anything from taking care of my artichoke, it's because it didn't have enough water for an hour. Why did artichoke? Couldn't handle the pressure. But yeah, I'm gonna pilot the red, white, and blue pie, and I'm gonna see I'll probably just make it for myself first and see if that's a winner.
Do you think?
Dad jokes.
Do you think the layers will stay?
I don't know. That's what I'd be like maybe most worried about. I wonder if I could like congeal it. I don't know. But I'm thinking if I poured it, you know, and then just kind of maybe the cherries under the blueberries because the blueberries compact better, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
So do we blue, red, and white?
Doesn't matter. All the colors are there.
As long as they're there.
And I'd have to do like the pie crust that has like the little stars in it. And
I was
junk.
gonna say you could cut the little stars out.
That joke did go a bit farther than most. I like a good dad joke. My dad's favorite one that he would always do is be like, if you were gonna be like, I'm gonna take a shower, he always goes, just make sure to bring it back.
Oh my god.
Classic. Just make sure to bring it back. Dude, I'm so stoked. I don't know if I told you that I have like these 3 barrels that I planted, like a California wildflower mix in, you know, just threw the seeds in. And they're sprouting like crazy. And I'm like, it's like a mystery box, because like, I don't know who any of these guys are. Like, I can't guess, because they're just a little sprout. So it's just like, what's it gonna be? I don't know. Every day is exciting, because I'm like, maybe I'll know today. Nope.
Just different wildflowers?
Yeah, for the state. So like, there's poppies in there, but like, am I gonna get poppies this year? Who knows? There's like 4 different kinds I'm seeing, but there's like 12 different kinds of seeds in that bag, and I know some of them take more than a year to germinate. So next year they'll
Germinate?
germinate.
In America?
Okay, Dad. So in the next like 2 and 3 years, I'll get flowers that I haven't even seen this year. You know.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Earth Day is in 2 weeks. Stores will give away free wildflower seeds. Dang, I'm an idiot. I bought mine ahead of that. I could probably pick some up though. I have some places I could probably put more wildflowers.
2 weeks ahead of the game.
Yeah. I would also like to get some milkweed for the, you know.
What's that?
It's a type of plant that monarchs like have their babies in. So if you want like monarch butterflies to exist, you want to plant milkweed. They need it. They need it.
When you said monarchs, I thought...
Like kings?
Yeah, kings.
The Sacramento Monarchs, you know. The no longer existent WNBA team. They need milkweed.
Their legacy, their lineage.
Yeah. There was one year, this was actually like really cool. This was ironically the year I was leaving California. Like, it was a sign, I'm telling you, man. When the painted lady butterflies were like doing the mass migration to the poppy bloom, and there was just hundreds of butterflies in the street, just like flying by you for days. It was so magical. And it was like when I was like packing stuff up and like putting the car and like drove out of the state, and I was like, man, that really, like,
The farewell.
yeah, like I don't really believe in fate. I don't really believe in signs, but like if I did, that one was like smacking me in the face, being like, "What are you doing?"
Dang. If you could look back, would you have left?
No,
No.
nah. It's one of those things where you ever do something and you're like, man, a much easier solution was actually right there all along. And it wasn't until I did the thing and it didn't work that I realized.
Dang.
Yeah. Basically, I was feeling really depressed because I wasn't really, like, advancing my life. But, like, that wasn't on where I was, that was on me. and I felt like I needed to go somewhere new to like stimulate growth, but like
Right.
I could have done that here.
You should have gone to New York, showbiz,
No.
Broadway, the
No.
big city.
You mean the things I studied for? Never.
The Big Apple kid.
What does PNY stand for? Pony. No, I don't know. I thought it stood for that, and so I used to say it like that because I thought that that's just how it was pronounced. But luckily, I never said this to somebody who knew better because that would have been embarrassing.
Alright, folks. This build is done. It is finished. It's complete.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. And you got number
So, yeah.
1980.
1980. Hell
Hey,
yeah.
welcome to the 80s. Lovely, lovely. Alright, well, this PC is done. It is going to go and get Windows put on all the drivers it needs out of the box, ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, and you're good to go. We're also going to stress test this, make sure these components work and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, networks, and thank you for ordering with us.
Thank you.
Beautiful PC. Thanks, guys. Can't wait to try it out. You are very, very welcome.
You are welcome.
Enjoy the heck out of this. This thing's a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soon, probably like next weekend, you'll be having a wonderful gaming experience. Lovely, lovely. Alright, let's tee up the last build. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Or let's not. Like, let's get pizza. I'm gonna make this fit if it kills me. Yeah. Ah. Perfect. Alright, B-Dog. Your time has come. Have y'all heard of Boosteroid? I have not. Giant Monsters TV show monarch. Yeah. It's so sad those butterflies gotta fly through America's farm belt. They'll spread those pesticides. I know. That's why we need, you know, a little bit more native planting in these areas. Yeah. Becoming a bird watcher was really cool, but also it just becomes very aware where you're like, oh. So like the Salton Sea, for example, like, we probably gotta get rid of it. Ecologically, it's a really bad thing. But all of the birds know that it's there. So when it comes for migration, they're all gonna show up there, and if there isn't water there, they are in trouble. It's just like, oof. Moving from an Xbox to this, it was a much needed upgrade. Oh, indeed. And you're gonna really like being able to go between, you know, internet and game. Or like game while you watch YouTube. It's fantastic. It also, I don't know, I kind of feel like it helps me manage things a bit too, because like, you know, I go to the computer, I'm in game mode. I leave the computer, I'm like less tempted to, you know, get sucked into it again when I'm just doing something. It's nice. It's nice to have that separation. I always like to vacation in smaller towns. I do too, yeah. East Germany has some really nice small medieval towns. Oh, what's up? Okay, welcome, welcome. Well, this is your PC.
Welcome.
In the Skytech forum, I requested a hula dance. Alright, Juan. Hula dance. Specifically requested.
Who?
You have to hula dance.
Hula dance? Do we have a hula hoop? How about I just give you my Hulu password?
I feel like that's actually a better offer, but like, no, you're deflecting.
I am. Very much.
All hula, no hoop.
Sorry, no hoop.
You just gotta go.
What if you do it? You didn't say hoop.
I know, but I'm putting this on you.
I'm kind of in the middle of something right now.
holds that. No, you're not. Alright, here we go.
You're actually gonna do it?
You requested it.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay, well, we are going to... There's one thing I love about Hawaii. It's L&L Hawaiian barbecue. Dang it, now I want that.
Was that your knee popping?
Yeah, probably. Note the entire time how I didn't bend. This is not a bug, it's a feature. Simultaneous hula dance. Can Juan name every screw while he's building M3 out of 16?
I can't. I don't know their government names, sorry.
Their government names.
I know what they look like and where they go, but the legal name is out of my bounds.
Dude, do you ever have like a shortcut that you use on like the computer, you know, whatever blah, but like you've done it so long that it's muscle memory, and like if someone asked you for the shortcut, you'd be like, I don't know.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yes. I have so many of those where like I'd really have to think, and I think there's somewhere I'd be like, I couldn't tell you honestly at this point.
Yeah.
It's all just.
I just gotta do it. I can show you, but I can't see.
Yeah. Can I take a keyboard to the CompTIA test, please? What do you think of cloud gaming rigs? I think it still needs polish, because you're always just gonna have a, quality drop.
Yeah.
But it is kind of cool that you can,
have good
have
internet.
a bit more, yeah. Yeah, if you have good internet, it's great. Also, is it just me, or does y'all feet swell up sitting long periods at a time in a gaming PC? Like, surprisingly no, because, like, here, I get a little bit more uncomfortable for sitting so much because I can't be my true natural self. And when I'm on my computer at home, I'm my true natural self, which means that I'm pretzeling myself into all sorts of crazy positions for the ultimate comfort. Like, there's very rarely am I on the computer and both my legs are directly below me. Like, usually something's up in the air, like, yeah. Got the controller or something, like, through the leg, just like, yeah. Ultimate comfort.
I used to love sitting on my legs, but then I got older and now they go numb.
Dude, it's like doing anything with your knees. Like, working in the garden or something, and I'm like, oh, I'll just scoot over here. And, like, you kind of walk on the knees for a second, and you're just like, why did I do that? That was horrible. Hey, guys. Hey, what's up? Nikki, how you doing?
How's it going?
Controller behind the head is fan favorite. Oh, man. That dance reminded me of a German comedy movie where the main cast trained for the Miss Waikiki competition. It's a time-traveling sci-fi comedy. I never would have guessed that from the beginning of that sentence, that it was a time-traveling sci-fi comedy. That's fine. Great, you can say hi. Well, hello.
Hello.
How are you on this lovely Friday? The weather out here is lovely. The weekend is upon us. I'm gonna be stuck in my home. That's fine.
I mean, only today, right? Tomorrow.
No, like tomorrow I'll probably be fine.
It's just
I'm not going out on Sunday though. Like when people start leaving Coachella, I'm in. Ooh. I'm great. It's so hot. I was expecting to see Fabian. Oh, Fabian's at home right now?
Yeah, Fabian works from home on Friday.
Yeah, he's sometimes in the chat though. Vim users experience this all the time. Those key bindings are like playing the guitar. Exactly, yeah. Tell him I said hi. I will. Yeah, if anything, he sometimes guest appears on the stream on Wednesday. Went to the doctor today to get my foot checked for swelling. Mostly likely it's caused by sitting long periods at a time. Maybe I need to switch back to a recliner. Never had problem with console gaming. Yeah, but I think console gaming, you're usually doing it, like, either on a couch or on a bed, you know what I mean? And I think you can, like, lay out more, you know? You have a bit more variety in how you can sit. It's hard to sit in many different ways in a chair. Like, I'm the first person to pop up there. I needed help with my PC. Oh. That's what I was going for. All those 8-bit looking games I play are gonna look great, lol. Isn't that so funny when you get like a really nice PC and then you end up playing like your classic game on it and you're just like, yeah. It's there though for the important stuff too. Like don't get me wrong. Soon, friend. Soon I'm sure pizza will arrive. One day, there's not really anything that works with print and pizza. Like, I can't even think of like a topping that really like works for that one syllable. No. Have y'all played Hellblade? No. No? Yeah. I want to see all those individual grass blades in Valheim. I feel that. My big one is Red Dead, because it's the closest I'll get to being, like, in the national park when I'm actually just in my room. Man, that was, like, the pathetic thing when I was up in Northern California at the Redwoods. I kept just being like, this is just like Amberino. Like, in the game.
I'm sure people who play GTA say the same.
Yeah, right. This is just like Vinewood.
Yeah.
I have 221 hours clocked in Red Dead. Nice. Yeah, I could spend thousands of hours in that game. Like, especially the story mode. Like, I'm trying to do online, I'm trying to, like, keep up with that, but I feel like it doesn't have as much variety as the story mode did. Like, some of the random encounters and stuff that you would get were just crazy. Definitely on my way to play GTA. Me and 4 others around my office are putting together a NAS for sharing ROMs and GOG games between us. Oh god, it was like, that way we can combine all our libraries. Nice! Honestly, a NAS is like so useful for that sort of thing. Also very good for like movie libraries. I feel like Kingdom Come is the new Red Dead, but in Lordship mode. Is it? I had some interest in that. I'll probably pick that up once it goes like on sale or something. Look very good. Can you store games on a NAS? Yeah, technically. I mean, like, pretty easily. Obviously, if you like own things through Steam, then if you were sharing between other people, it might be difficult. But yeah, you definitely could. Sorry.
Is that the Zaw?
No.
Oh.
I wish it was the za. Have some za. Bring out the good knife one.
The who? The good knife?
The good knife. Ah, I heard a door open.
got 1998. Hey!
1998, that's a nice one. We're in the years now.
Yeah, we are in the year.
Oh, let me get you guys plates.
Did I say
Thank
98? 88. Why did I say 98?
Oh.
It's 80.
1988.
2024.
What video games came out in that year? I'm curious now. Super Mario Bros. 3
Ooh.
and Super Mario Bros. 2. Man, we talk about, yeah.
In the same year? Both of them?
Yeah, Elden Ring really is tripping. Mega Man 2,
Nice.
Ninja Gaiden, Dragon Quest 3, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Wasn't that the game that was like fundamentally broken?
How was it broken?
I don't know. I can't remember. I remember like reading something about it and like you could not beat the game. It was like,
Oh.
yeah.
What'd
Nice.
what'd
Good
you
year for
fellas
video
get?
games.
That's the iFixit driver. Not that one.
It's the Fantech.
Oh, fast tech. Okay.
Fantech.
I have a question.
EQ
Shoot.
Max.
Yeah, card games and DRM free, so we each have Dropbox access. Oh, nice. That way we aren't giving them away to just anybody. Yeah, that's really smart. Best GPU to pair with the Ryzen 7 7700X. 5070. Or, no, sorry, yeah, it was like 5070 Ti even, or a 9070, I would say. 9070 indeed. 9070 XT you could also do. It's a solid 8-core. But yeah, I would probably say 5070, 9070. The 70 zone.
You're like a pizza.
Yeah, hold on.
What's the little box?
Vertex.
Nice. Ooh. Damn. You got Hawaiian with jalapenos?
Yeah, that's what Charles got. Yeah, that's what they had.
The spicy Hawaiian?
Yeah.
What'd you get? Just pepperoni?
Yeah. My PC just froze and made a buzzing noise through my speaker for the first time. Any idea why it happened? Could be that your PC just aired on something and was like wigging out for a second, but it fixed itself, right? So maybe they'll just be another peripheral or something interacting with it. Vento chassis is this case any good? Wait, Vento? Hold on, what? Let me see. Is this case that we're building is fantastic. Highly recommend. Had to restart it. Ooh, that's not good. Well, the buzzing noise was likely a response to whatever error ended up freezing the computer. Yeah, what's up, Soul Sniper? Welcome back.
Yo, welcome back.
I was thinking 7900 XTX. You could definitely do that too. You're gonna want to play it at a high resolution though, because a 4K monitor and CPU doesn't matter that much. The 90. Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, if you're gonna be playing 4K, yeah, that'd be totally fine. Or should I wait for the 990 XT? I think the 7900 XT is fine. Somebody feed this man. My PC comes with a pepperoni. I might frame it inside the PC.
It's all good. I can wait. So the 990, the rumored upcoming.
Rumor has it. I don't know.
Rumor. All right, down.
I wonder what the seasoning is that they put on this.
What are you picking up?
I don't know.
What's up, Angel? What?
It's a Friday.
It is a Friday. You can go to the gym all weekend.
Alright.
Weekends are not for gym.
Oh no? They're for eating good. Why? Just cause?
Yeah.
Are you going?
I don't know. I don't know yet. Cal will be there.
Oh, that's what you could do while you wait out the traffic. Go to Hamilton.
Let's see if there's traffic.
You're not trying to go.
It's just so out of my way.
Is it?
Yeah, because I gotta go down to Corona first. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Just tell her to Uber there.
I've done that in the past, but yeah. Have you ever gone to the Macaroni Grill?
No, what's that?
Place that they grill macaroni. No.
Really?
No, I don't know. They make pasta and it's pretty good.
Ooh.
I've only had it once though, and I was like, this is really good, and then I never went back. So is a 99 XTX coming or not? I don't know. Who's to say? They don't tell us anything. Which is unfortunate.
Heck, I want a 9900 XP.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a great card. Radeon's doing some good stuff. There was a builder, had a PC. Yeah. Oh, it's going. Is thermal paste toxic? You know, I've eaten a lot of it and nothing's happened yet. But I imagine that, yeah, if you ate a sizable amount, probably.
Why are you eating it?
It just happened, man, I don't know. I'm working in the lab, somebody brings Krispy Kremes, I go, ooh, a Krispy Kreme, I eat the Krispy Kreme, I lick my fingers afterwards, I realize that they had thermal paste on them. But probably any more than the occasional Krispy Kreme incident, probably toxic. Just a taste, not a porridge size. Exactly, yeah. This is not an endorsement to eat thermal paste.
Angel, are you gonna get repo? Repo?
Okay.
The game with the dudes?
So you're gonna laugh, you know my only exposure is to Repo?
What?
Watching VTubers.
I mean, yeah, it's a pretty popular game right now.
Yeah, probably though.
Yeah.
How's the stream going?
Good.
Yeah, not a bad stream. We're actually cooking. Mm-hmm.
It's not Husky, but what is that?
What is what?
King 95.
King 95.
The Ultra Gear Seekers Special Edition.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
There's more
Very
over
nice.
there if you want to get a closer look.
Repo's gonna look so good with this PC. I'm trying to get that flashlight on max brightness.
Hell
Smart,
yeah.
smart. You need it.
You're gonna need it.
Dude, how do you guys feel about the was it Dead by Daylight movie or whatever?
There's a movie coming.
Yeah.
What?
It's kind of a cool premise because like it's based off of the game, which is obviously based off of movies.
Yeah.
But the whole idea is that they're trapped in it. So like, you know, they get murdered or whatever, they lose,
Okay.
and then they're suddenly alive again. And it's a whole different scenario, and they're gonna and like they keep going through it. Like,
Interesting.
yeah,
Who's
very video game like.
Who's in it?
I don't know, some people. I don't know
Some.
actors.
Do you know who's directing it?
Some guy.
Interesting. A movie of a game of movie.
I know, because I was like, it doesn't really seem like it worked, but the trailer actually kind of, I was like, okay, I could see. Well, okay, there's a really good movie that's kind of a similar concept, ish.
Cabin in the Woods.
No, that one is also great though. And it actually played while I was staying in a cabin in the woods when I was
Oh
up in
my
Northern
God.
California. It was great. No, there was this movie called The Final Girl, or The Final Girls, and it was actually this story about how this one girl, her mom was like a scream queen back in the day, you know, so like was in like an old 80s horror film or whatever. And then her mom dies, and she ends up somehow, like in the future, she's like, you know, obviously sad about this and all. She ends up sucked into that movie somehow. So now she's like running from the killer, but she's there with like her teenage mom as a character in this, and like it's this weird kind of thing of like, oh, we've got to like live through this forever because her mom like died in that movie. So it was like yeah. So it kind of reminds me of like that, like kind of meta in that like very self-aware. It was a good movie.
Cool. What happens when the movie ends?
I don't know, I can't actually remember, but I just remember it was good. Hey, what's up, John? TGIF to you.
TGIF.
I'm waiting for that season 2 of Last of Us. Oh yeah, that should be this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Mhm.
Dang. You think they'll do it in the first episode?
I hope so, because I accidentally spoiled it for someone.
Good.
But I was like, I thought we all knew.
I didn't even play the game.
Nobody knows.
So yeah, we'll have to see. So yeah, I hope it is. Because it's like, but all the clips, and I was like, well, let me tell you a story about how the trailer did the same thing. Yeah. Wasn't there an old cartoon movie about a kid who got sucked into books? Cartoon, or I don't know. When I'm thinking of that one, I'm thinking, I guess he didn't get. I think there was like a TV show or something like that. But I don't know why it made me think of Neverending Story. Waiting for the Daryl Dixon show to come back. The first season was pretty good. Oh yeah. I can't believe actually that like Walking Dead is still going.
Bro, so many spin-offs.
Yeah. I remember though, like when the first series was going and it was like, you know, taking off, I worked at a comic shop and obviously Walking Dead based on the comic. And we would get in like very collector, like very early issues of The Walking Dead that were like professionally graded, and they were selling for like thousands of dollars.
Jeez.
And we sold so much Walking Dead merch.
Yeah.
It was huge. Yeah, and it's still going. Man, that was really like the zombie age. Like zombies really had their moment. I know we talk about like the vampire craze and all that, but like zombies were huge for like a decade. That was like the thing. Left 4 Dead came out.
Oh yeah.
The Walking Dead eventually happened. Like, World War Z was a book that I
World
suddenly
War-
saw, like, you know, guys who don't read reading. Like,
Really?
yeah.
That's fun.
There was a moment.
I heard the book and the movie are completely unrelated.
Oh, I'm sure. That's actually most books and movies. 28 days later, now we're at 28 years later. Yeah, for real.
Dang, when's that coming?
20 years.
In 28?
28 years.
28.
Later has a trailer out.
Nice.
I don't know. I never watched the first one, so I probably won't.
It was alright.
Yeah. Nation was pretty funny for a zombie show. Yeah, I never watched that one either. But yeah, like, so many zombie properties. It was a big thing. And I don't know, like, me and my friends also were like, okay, if a zombie apocalypse ever happened, like, we had a game plan for some reason, like, which for some reason also involved us going to Big Five as the first stop to get guns. Which is like, yeah, like, I like the idea of, like, it's gonna be so crazy that there won't be anyone at the Big Five, but also somehow we'll be able to make it all the way to the Big Five. Like, what?
So
what was that logic?
You try to tough it out?
Hmm?
You would try to tough it out?
I mean, what else would I just, like, throw myself at the Zombieland? That was a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
No answer, she looks beautiful. Yeah. Indeed. Coming along.
Mm-hmm.
Looking sharp. Managing those cables. You need to micromanage those cables. Okay, what are you doing? Yeah, yeah. Let me see exactly how you do this.
That zip tie could have been tighter.
Recommendations for what to put on that mini screen?
Anything your heart desires.
Yeah, I was like, probably your favorite, like, gift set. I think, especially if you want to do, like, a theme, do, like, a little compilation video, you know, certain, like, scenes and whatnot. I think that'd be cool. They also have some, like, presets on there that are pretty cool. But I had wanted to design an X-Men PC a while ago. There were these fans that I got into test that sucked. But they had like X's on them, which blocked a lot of airflow. Not a great design. But I was like, oh, this would be so cool for like an X-Men build. And like, I was gonna put an AIO in it with like a screen that was gonna be playing some little X-Men clips. It's gonna be awesome. Maybe some pizza, yeah. I don't know, man, if you put pizza on the screen of that thing, I just feel like it'd make you hungry all the time. Ooh, best X-Men character? Oh man, okay. I have 3 that I love a lot, but I think I have to give it to Rogue as my actual favorite. Love her, very complex. I don't like her in the movies. I will die on that hill. Cable, oh that's a good answer. Otherwise, though, I really like Kitty Pryde. I love Kitty Pryde, especially in Joss Whedon's Astonishing X-Men run. Like, grown-up Kitty Pryde, love it. And Emma Frost is the third. Because sometimes an evil bitch can be an interesting character. True story. Oh, she was so good in that run, I know. Ugh. That remains, probably to this day, my favorite comic ever. Joss Whedon's run on Astonishing X-Men. I don't think anything was as well written. Oh, and then, what is it, Cassidy, I think, who was doing the art for that? Beautiful, beautiful. Kitty Pryde, that is. Yeah, though, that was like the thing that made me a Kitty Pryde fan. was that series. What'd you think about the movie Gambit character? LOL. In Deadpool, loved it actually. One of the best Gambit voices we have ever gotten, as far as like authentic Cajun.
What'd you think of comic accurate Wolverine?
I wanted shorter.
Then, oh come on, dude. That was a funny bit.
Yeah. The front panel of that case reminds me of a Mac. I would make a PC that had an Apple theming just for the LOL. That'd be fun. Yeah, a Mac themed PC would be very funny. That was like a Cyclops Redemption run too. Yeah. It's also one of like some of the best writing Cyclops I've gotten in years. Luckily, he got some better writing further down the line when they're like, what if Scott actually, like, what if he had his own opinions about things? And what if they were, like, kind of controversial? It was like, ooh, okay. What if Scott was a little bit more Magneto than Charles? And it was like, ooh, okay. Yeah. That's when I was like, okay, go off.
Okay, Magneto had some points.
That's kind of the whole point, yeah. That they ended up going with was like, huh. And then they were kind of working together. Age of Apocalypse Cyclops is pretty good too. Oh, definitely. Man, Age of Apocalypse, they try to adapt that all the time, and they never truly capture its essence. You need like 3 seasons to get up existing X-Men where you can do alternate reality AO. Exactly. And nobody ever wants to put the effort in. And then when the movies did it, it was like, okay, this is like watching a high school play of a historic event and being like, it was great, right? Like,
Talking about Deadpool?
No. Age of Apocalypse.
Oh, X-Men 3?
No. 5?
Huh? Okay, yeah, never mind. I missed
No,
it.
6 maybe? I don't know.
The later one?
Yeah. After Days of Future Past, Age of Apocalypse. Nobody saw it. It wasn't good. I did see Dark Phoenix, which came after that. That was also really bad. And I was like, who?
There was a string of not.
Yeah, you need to find someone who can write a villain. Or, like, even just pick a villain. Like, who? What? Man, you know what would go really good with this pizza? Clam chowder.
Oh, there's the bridge.
Yeah.
The bridge?
Every bite of this, though, I'm like, oh, you should dunk this in some clam chowder. And I'm like, where am I going to get clam chowder brain?
What bridge?
There's a little quarry, you know. I don't know, we walk by it.
What?
You know that niche behind the building?
Yeah?
Walk by it, you smell clam chowder.
Yeah.
I made a joke that almost people are getting clam chowder.
Like, what if it was like the most delicious clam chowder, though?
Imagine.
This smells really good.
Yeah.
Michelin star.
Dark Phoenix was a trash fire for real. And it's also because they kind of like half-assed Dark Phoenix in X-Men 3. So I'm like, we just full ass or nothing, you know? I was going to say more pizza. Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. You know what would go great with pizza? More pizza. Oh yeah. But this is some dunking bread. You know what I mean? Bread to dunk.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Y'all ready for this?
Every 2000s movie.
up ready for, but I'm actually gonna totally miss because I'll be driving. The WNBA draft is on Monday, and I'm like, that means we're closer to the season.
Nice, nice. The W is back.
The W's almost back, yeah. Does the Ryzen 7 7800 X30 bottleneck a 5090? Not if you're playing it at a higher resolution. So if you're playing at 1440p on like high settings and all that, you'll be fine. And especially if you're doing it in 4K, you don't have to worry. Was Jessica Chastain supposed to be a Skrull or just rando alien? Who knows? I don't even think the writer knew. Yeah, honestly, at that point, they should have just been like, and the villain is just Jessica Chastain, the actress. And it would have probably been a better movie. Okay, Ruto, I have a question for you. I got this advice off of, like, a gardening website, and I think it actually worked. But the dirt for my citrus trees that are potted wasn't, like, absorbing water, really. Like, it would just go immediately through it, or it would pool. So somebody said to put a tiny bit of soap in water, and then do that, and it, like, flushes out salts, and it keeps it, it makes it so that the water can go back in again. And since I did that, and have been watering it, it's holding on to water. What the heck was that? Seemed like a really good hack. I'm fed up now, I'm gonna go get a pizza. You gotta do it, man. Anytime we're talking about food, it's because we're gonna make you eat. Yeah, that works. I've heard people use Dawn soap to break the hydrophobic dirt. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. Yeah, I read too that like you can't do it if you've actually got like fruit growing or like, you know, vegetables growing because they will taste soapy, but if they're like just, you know, in the blooming stage, you're like totally fine. But yeah, that worked like a charm. It was crazy.
There's hydrophobic dirt?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I know, in this day and age.
In this in 2025?
You can also soak the entire pot for a day. Yeah, that's harder because I gotta find something I can sit it in that is wider than the pot. But yeah, I might have to do that because it seems like retaining moisture or getting moisture to the citrus is like the hardest thing for me.
Get to the citrusy.
Like the dirt is wet, but I don't think it's actually holding on to anything, and my little lemons will just like turn brown and die, and I'm like, ugh.
Aww.
Where are you going to find enough water in California to do that? Well, usually I just recycle my fish tank water. It's nitrogen. Fish poo is good for them. You got fish too? Oh, I got fish. I don't have many fish, because I have a certain amount of fish, and anytime I add someone else, that one dies, and I'm like, man, clearly the lucky number is just my 7 black neon tetras and my albino placlosimus, and nobody else wants to get along in here. But yeah, they're funny too. They know when I wake up in the morning, I turn the light on for the room, not even their tank, and they go to the edge of the tank, because they can see me, and they're like, they'll follow me. Huh. They're like, it's time for you to feed us, and I'm like, guys, you gotta chill. I got 7 tanks. Oh my gosh. I would say I'm trying to have that life, but right now I'm trying to just balance my 1 tank with something. I keep having rotten luck adding stuff to it. That's gonna be my hack. Especially if when California goes into like extreme drought, they will like limit the amount of times you can like water things. So, fish tank, hello. Fish tank to the rescue. Here we go. Nice.
Alright, folks. Job is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Man, it was the day of the like of the ultra gear, yeah, Montech King 95. I mean, you can see why though. It looks fantastic, especially the brushed aluminum with the RGB. I can't get over that. All right, well, this PC is done. It's gonna go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers that you need out of the box is ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, you're good to go. We're also gonna stress test this bad boy, make sure the components work and reload. When it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, and thank you for ordering with us.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Number 1988.
1988.
Lovely, lovely. All right, random clapping. Yes. Woo!
Ooh, give it up for Friday.
All right, folks. Well, that was our last build. That means we gotta go do other work.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week, most likely. Yeah, keep your your notifications up. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. Go get outside, enjoy the nice weather. Unless your weather sucks, then don't. Stay inside and video game. You know what to do. All right, folks. Thank you so much again. Bye-bye.
Bye.